Most Taiwanese women are not simple. They are sophisticated, independent, and complex. That's actually very insulting to Taiwanese women. In fact, so far, almost everything this guy has stated is insulting and completely untrue. But then again, there's no surprise here. It's the internet, and silly little cowards hide behind their fake profiles or anonymous accounts. Personally, when I come across any sort of content online, including articles, the first thing I do is try to figure out, like, why did this person make this video, or why did they write this particular article? What is their angle? Sometimes the content is authentic and accurate, and other times it is not. This particular article falls into the utter tripe category, and you'll see why in just a moment. When I come across these types of articles, I feel almost obligated to set the record straight, because if somebody has never been to Taiwan and they come across this kind of article, they might, just might, think it's true. But for anybody who has spent a bit of time in Taiwan, you will know for a fact that this article is full of hyperbole, ad hominem attacks, and self-defeating, illogical nonsense. The author of this article appears to be a very troubled individual who is now making sweeping generalizations about roughly 11 million Taiwanese women in an attempt to try and make them look bad. So, with this in mind, let's take a peek at the article and see what the author has to say about Taiwanese women, and, in my opinion, why he is dead wrong on all accounts. Number 1. Taiwanese girls are extremely cold and closed. They are extremely stuck up and project an extreme cold wall around them that is very unnatural and inhuman. This is an inherent Taiwanese trait that makes them unapproachable, uptight, and unwelcoming. They are not open or relaxed with strangers, like females in most countries are. Compared to Taiwanese women, even reptiles are warm-blooded. Okay, you guys see what I mean, right? On an accuracy scale of 1 to 10, this comment gets a 0.5 in terms of accuracy, meaning it's very, very inaccurate and misleading. Honestly, so far the article is an absolute load of bollocks. Is it possible that a minute percentage of women in Taiwan might, at certain times or in certain situations, not be very friendly or approachable? Sure, that is possible. The fact of the matter is that the vast majority of Taiwanese women are caring, friendly, very feminine, and easygoing. Obviously, it's circumstantial and will vary from person to person, but most women in Taiwan are friendly, kind, approachable, and caring. I don't know how the author came to this particular conclusion that Taiwanese women are as cold as reptiles, but he must have done something to be treated that way. I don't think that a friendly, regular bloke would be treated that way in Taiwan by the vast majority of women here. It just doesn't make sense, and it goes against pretty much all my experiences and the experiences of many other foreign guys here in Taiwan. Next, the author claims the mentality of Taiwanese girls is very narrow, simple, and primitive. Thus, it's hard to connect or vibe with them. They are on a different wavelength, one that is far more insular than ours. They are the least capable of having intelligent, deep conversations. The weird thing is, they expect me to be the same, but I'm not. So they don't know how to process that. This makes everything doubly difficult when combined with number 1. Honestly, when I first read this article, I really thought it was satire, because when I read it, I was just like, there's no way this can be serious. Taiwanese women have a primitive mentality? Really? They are on a different wavelength, one that is far more insular than ours? Assuming the author is a foreign guy, which he seems to be, who is this ours he is referring to here? The whole article has a very strong them versus us underlying tone. I don't like the fact that he assumes all expats have this problem or have the same opinion as him about Taiwanese girls. I think he should speak for himself, not on behalf of all of us. Personally, I know many foreign guys in Taiwan who would strongly disagree with this article. Most Taiwanese women I have met are easygoing and not hard to get along with at all. Are some people shy? Sure. Are some people introverted? Of course. That's pretty normal behavior, which is displayed by most people to some degree. Furthermore, he says Taiwanese women are simple. Most Taiwanese women are not simple. They are sophisticated, independent, and complex. That's actually very insulting to Taiwanese women. In fact, so far, almost everything this guy has stated is insulting and completely untrue. But then again, there's no surprise here. It's the internet, and silly little cowards hide behind their fake profiles or anonymous accounts and then say horrible things about people because they don't have the integrity or guts to say it to their face. It's very hard to take these types of people seriously, so in my opinion, don't take them seriously. Let's take a look at the next comment. Taiwanese girls are very picky, shallow, superficial, and judgmental. They have narrow standards and are very particular. It's hard to get them to respond on dating sites. They don't like guys who think for themselves or who are nonconformist in any way. In their mind, nonconformists are losers and intellectualism is weird and uncool. In my experience, as soon as I say something intelligent or deep, or show off that I am nonconformist in any way, many Taiwanese girls drop me and treat me as though I no longer exist to them. So much for being appreciated for being yourself. Add this to the above two problems, and the problems and obstacles to dating triple. Wow, this guy is clearly full of shit. Based on this article, I'm not entirely convinced that this guy has the cognitive faculties to produce anything intelligent or deep. The most laughable part of this poor excuse for an article is that it is poorly worded, lacks structure and substance, is riddled with logical fallacies, and self-defeating statements. Guys, I'm not sure if I can cover all the comments in this video because it's actually giving me a bit of a headache. I mean, it's such utter nonsense that it's like every single comment is just wrong, false, and blown way out of proportion. So let's quickly jump to the end, and I might make a part 2 to cover the rest of the comments in this video some other time. Finally, at the end of the article, he essentially says that there's nothing wrong with him, the fault lies with Taiwanese women, and if anyone dares to question his opinion, then they are suppressing the truth or something along those lines. I mean, come on. What an absolute feeble and lame attempt to try and manipulate people and try to control the narrative. It's so glaringly obvious. Come on. If you're going to try and do something like this, at least put a little bit of effort into it and be creative about it. If somebody is silly enough, as this guy has been, to put this rubbish on the internet, then they should anticipate different perspectives from other people. They should at the very least keep an open mind and expect some sort of criticism. It's poor form to attempt to preemptively stop anybody from disagreeing with them. It's also very telling that the author will gladly dish out criticism, be rude and disrespectful to others, but then can't even handle somebody maybe disagreeing with them. What an absolute joke.